everybody. Welcome to this week's weekly roundup. I have a 2-page list, but I'm going to try to be quick. So first things first, I wanted to provide an update on the Plaza. So again, this is the area right by the Main Street Bridge next to the barbershop building and kind of in the 100 block of Main Street. Last year we had a seawall failure there and we replaced some of that seawall with gravel. We are hoping yet this year to complete removing the remaining bins and putting in that natural kind of rock that we have in the existing area. And then after that, we'll be putting in a concrete ramp and some nice railing that will match the railing that will go up on the Main Street Bridge. So there's still some work to be done there with removing bins, putting in new rock, putting in a concrete sidewalk, and then putting in some railing. Once all of that's done, then you will be able to access that plaza area from Main Street. So hopefully we'll be able to finish that this year. But I know we've had some questions about what's going on there. Across the river at the town square, we are in the process of having all of our utility companies start to bury their utility lines underground. This is going to provide just a much cleaner look from the library in particular, and also the square as well. We bury utility lines at various areas of the city, so that work is happening right now. They are roughing in the plumbing for the splash pad. I know that the RDA put out a video at some point earlier this week, and you can kind of see what that rough-in looks like. So if you haven't checked out the video, I would encourage you to do so. And then we're also getting delivery of some of our large stones. So you'll start to see some seating areas taking form and taking shape, but progress continues at the town square. We are on time. We're planning an opening for October, so watch for more details on that. Next week, the Public Works Commission is going to be discussing leaf pickup. I know this is an important topic to some, so I wanted you all to have awareness. The plan that's being proposed is that we would do the same thing that we did this year. This year we called it kind of a pilot to see how the community adjusted and liked it. So they're proposing doing the exact same thing this year, where bags would be optional and you could still brush it to or rake it to the curb if you didn't want to do bags, and we would still provide some bags. And we're going to continue to have a discussion around the appropriate way to pick up leaves for efficiency and ease as well for our residents. So if this is an issue you care a lot about, you're going to want to watch the public meeting notice. I think they meet on Tuesdays at 5:30 here at City Hall. A couple of street updates. First on Main Street. So yes, the City Council or the Finance Committee approved using American Rescue Plan Act funds to do some kind of refreshing of Main Street. We should know when that work will start, probably within a week or so. We have some meetings lined up with all of the different contractors and our city team that will be responsible for doing that work. So we are at this point expecting 5 disturbances, if you will, to Main Street in order to get this work done. Obviously, we have to bring in a miller to kind of take off that top layer. We have to bring in the paver to do the pavement. We have to do epoxy painting to paint the lines. And then we have to do the seal coating of the parking lanes, and then that seal coating has to sit for a period of time, and then the pavement marker would come back again. So by no means is this going to be something that's going to happen, without interruption to the maneuvering through the downtown, but it's something the community wanted, and your elected officials agreed that that was a good use of our American Rescue Plan Act funds. So that work will happen yet this year. We should know in a week or so, and I'll share it here what those exact kind of timing will be. The last time we did some work like this on Main Street, we did do some work during the night, so we're going to aim for that, and hopefully it'll work for our contractors. Also on streets, so Dayton Street paving, except the blocks between the railroad tracks and Clemens Street, is finishing up today. We'll be coordinating pavement marking in the next couple of weeks, so a lot of that area will get buttoned up. The East Main Street, so again, this is over by the middle school. They will be building a retaining wall. That work will start next week. Our city crews are doing that, and then a sidewalk will go in. A surface course was put on East Main to kind of even out that area. Once the sidewalk is done and the retaining wall, obviously, then we will come back and put on that final, I keep screwing up those words. A binder course was put on, and we'll come back and put on the surface course. I think I got that right. On the Main Street Bridge, we're continuing to work at that. So you may see people around the bridge. They're just doing some borings. That will begin on Monday, and they'll be on each quadrant of the bridge. And then we still have other road work in the works that hasn't yet picked up for the season. So things like Air Park Drive will happen near the late August, early fall. On the recreation front, you may have seen our senior center on First Street, Senior and Community Center, where the Park and Rec office is closed today and tomorrow today and Monday. If you have rentals, you're still good to go. If you are in instructor-led programming, for example, like the babysitter course, those things are still running. Senior meals and Meals on Wheels are still running as well. So we will have staff on the phones as best we can, but if you have something emergent, give a call to City Hall and we'll do our best to get those questions answered. After next Monday and Tuesday, we should have some neat recreation programming, like a bead class. We are doing kids drop-in kickball out at Brancork Park, which is great. I think that starts in August, and that's on Tuesdays. Registration for fall soccer is open, and then like a gaga ball gym class is planned for next Thursday at the Senior Center. Next is about the election. So the partisan primary is August 9th, and I have a few reminders for you. So open-ended registration has ended. It's now called late registration. So if you need to vote, if you need to register to vote, you need to do so here in person at the clerk's office or on election day at your polling location. In-person absentee voting starts next Tuesday, July 26th, and that runs until August 5th. That's right here in City Hall on the first floor from, I think, 8 to 4:30. You do need to bring your photo ID for that. And then if you have any questions about what's on the ballot, where you vote, what you need to bring to vote, go to myvote.wisconsin.gov or check out our page on our city website. Next week is the movie Under the Stars that the YMCA and the hospital and some of our community businesses are sponsoring. They are showing Luca, which is such a cute movie. So hopefully the weather cooperates and we're able to have just a nice community evening. Food trucks and games will start at 6:30 and then the movie will start at dusk. So again, next Wednesday, just in the front lawn of Watertown Regional Medical Center. The Library Summer Reading Challenge finishes up at the end of this month. So if you have those green booklets at home, you need to get those into the library and get those stamps. The Super Draw tickets, which correlate to those summer reading program books, closes at 1 p.m. on Saturday, July 30th, and then they will notify winners on Sunday, July 31st. And the library is teaming up with Town Cinema, which I love to hear about these collaborations, to do a book to movie feature event. So this pertains to, I think it's called Where the Crawdads Sing. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's what it's called. So you can contact the library and they'll give you a free ticket while supplies last to see the movie at the Town Cinema. It shows from the 15th to the 28th. And then on August 3rd, the library is going to do kind of like a book-movie comparison, which I think is pretty cool. So on the job front, we still have openings for a police officer. We're still looking for some amount of summer help. And then we're also posting a position that's not ours, but will be working with us through the AmeriCorps with our health department. So that's all that I have for this week. It should be fairly nice out. So again, I would just encourage you to enjoy the community, get out into our park system. We are posting Park of the Week and those look amazing. So if you don't know where to go, check out those posts. Otherwise, visit our local businesses and just have a good weekend and enjoy this city. So have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you back next week.